Hey crafters, welcome in to Guys Craft 2. My name is John, and thanks for spending some time with me this afternoon. Welcome to all our new subscribers. I appreciate each and every one. And for those that have been around for a while, I appreciate that you've hung in there with me and we've been able to have some good laughs in that together. So let's see. Russ was here. Runs with Quilts. Melissa Fieldhouse was the first one in today. Hi, Melissa. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Miss Alex is here. She is in the house this afternoon. Inez is here. Welcome in. Mr. Brian's here. Thanks so much for joining, Brian. Who else? Let's see. All right. Oh, and so Alex is going to be live a little bit later tonight, so don't forget to tune into her. Um, Alex, I don't know that I've set you up in Nightbot yet or not. If I did, it would be exclamation point Alex, probably. And I realized today that there are several that I've got to set up. I got to figure out how the ex, excla that thing with selfie works because I have yet to figure that out. Um, who else? There's Brian. Jean is in the house. Hey, Jean, thanks for being here this afternoon. Oh, Balloonist is here. Wonder if she's still in Canada where it's nice and cool, or are we back in Tucson suffering with the rest of us poor fools that decided to move to the desert? That was a good thing, right? Just how crazy is that? Hey, Candace, thanks for being here. Jackie's in. You are most welcome for the pattern. We're going to give a few more away um, this afternoon. And then, oh my gosh, it's like, do you all realize a week from Monday is Labor Day? It is just like beyond crazy to me. So I have no idea what's going on. Mr. Russ is here. Hey, Russ, happy Sunday to you. Oh, thank you. Misty says she loves Desiree's design line behind me. Thank you so much. Actually got a lot of compliments on that. It's really surprised me. Irish lady, Linda's here. Good evening, good afternoon to you as well. Judy's here. Thanks for being here. Let's see. And Joydy's in. Hey, Joydy. So, Alex, I will get that fixed so your channel will show up in here. But down below in the description of today's live should be a link over to Alex, over to Tasha, several new ones that I've been trying to update. I tell you what, it's been crazy. I was watching Mona this morning. I hopped on with a little bit with Ian. Of course, I started with Sean. I caught part of Rush yesterday. It's just it has been so crazy. It's just back and forth, back and forth. Mama Jan's here. Hey, Mama Jan. Thanks for being here. So it is just lots going on. It's you can tell. I know Joydy can tell because Joydy pays attention to detail. All these shelf units are gone. All the goodies that were on those shelf units are still around. They're just not in this room because I got a wild hair about 2 weeks ago, decided that we would rearrange the entire house to accommodate my quilting and sewing needs and to make things a little bit more consolidated into one area. So that's what we're working on. It's going to be probably about a month's worth of transition by the time we're done because I'm actually moving the long arm as well, which means I have to break it down completely and put it back together and do all that. So I've got someone that's actually coming, just going to let him do a spa day with it and all that good stuff, and then move it all at the same time. So I don't know, just yeah, I just my mind is always busy. I'm always thinking of new things and more things that I need to do. So it is just crazy. So Alex says, now you need a quilt for your wall. I actually have just finished the Halloween quilt that I was working on that had the big spiders in the center. We just got that off the long arm yesterday or today. I've already got the binding on and it is already hanging up on the wall in the new YouTube studio because one of the things that we realized really quickly as we were moving things and putting things together is that we get a lot of echo. So trying to work on lights, trying to work on just all kinds of things, it is just um, doesn't come together overnight. But that's okay. We'll get there. We always seem to. Zaza's here. Hey, Zaza. Thanks for being here. Joydy says, now I can't be nosy. Actually, even better, Joydy, once we get everything moved and everything staged and everything set up again, we'll do a big tour of the show. I've actually bought a new camera. I bought some new microphones. We've bought some lighting arms and stuff just to make it easier so I'm not breaking down and setting up all the time, which seems to be the case. It's just crazy. Who else? Um, all right, so I think I am caught up. So if you have been on the channel lately, you know that I have had several guests. This week I do not have a guest, and next week I just felt like a that everybody deserved a break. So you get to put up with me this week, next week. Don't forget about the holiday quilting bee. If you have not grabbed the pattern and want to, it is called Falling by Villa Rosa Designs. I've already got mine cut out. I was able to cut it all out and cheat and do it with the AccuQuilt. So I made the AccuQuilt earn its money. So I did get it done. And then that's the one we'll be working on Labor Day together, which again, I can't believe is a week from tomorrow. Like we're, you know, like the holidays are going to be here, right, guys? I mean, I've got a lot of Halloween ready. I bought some new Halloween. I bought some new inflatables. Never had inflatables outside for Halloween, but grabbed a few of those because Amazon Prime Days had them on really cheap. So I've got those to put in the front yard and the side yard, and which means then we got to get all the extension cord. And then I want to still move the studio. I still want to complete projects. And I swear, guys, I feel like squirrel anymore. I cannot get focused on one thing to get anything done. It has just been crazy. Who else? Susan's here. Hey, Susan. I know says I'm going to be a real pro. I tell you, it's just, you know, you just, when you start a channel, you think it's very simple. And then you just realize, well, this would make it better. This would make it better. And it just, I don't know. It's just crazy. Oh, Linda says she got her pattern in the mail and just finished cutting out most of the fabric needed. That is awesome. And I have a Moxie long arm coming in next week. Early happy birthday gift to you. Happy birthday. I actually looked at the Moxie and had really given the Moxie a lot of consideration. I ended up getting the Cunique 21 only because one of the ladies in our quilting club was downsizing and moving. And so I got such a bargain on it. I couldn't pass that up, but I like that Moxie. I think that Moxie is a very smart long arm machine. So I am excited for you. Be fun to see what you get ready and what's going out there. We got the big quilt off the long arm today or yesterday, and then we just put on one of the Christmas presents for on the long arm today. So he is stitching that out for me. And then as soon as that's done, of course, I've got to trim it, bind it, and do all that. But it's nice that we're still in August, where last year, I think it was the first week of December, I was still trying to get long arming done so I could still get to the binding and the trimming and all that. So way ahead of schedule. And that's basically the last gifts. I still have the hot pads that I was working on with Katie and Ian. I still got those stacked. I've got 4 of those done, but yet I haven't trimmed them, turned them, or done any of that. And I still have at least another 8 or 10 that need to get done. But I don't like the way Jake is stitching them because it's so many layers and so thick. I've tried it both with the walking foot and without the walking foot. The walking without the walking foot actually makes it better for me. But I know it's all about my foot pressure in that. So I think I'm going to, I really want to use Herbert behind me. Oh, you can't even see him. I've got him so covered right now. I want to work on that Juki because it's got a self-adjusting foot in that, and I think that's really the one I need to play with and work on. I just haven't gotten there. I mean, um, very excited about the new studio, but wow, it's taking a lot of time and taking my play time away, which is crazy. And then I went to build some wreaths this weekend because I've got a couple of wreaths that I need to get done. I need to get out, and then realized, "Oh, I got to run to storage because I don't have everything here. I thought I had everything I needed, except I'm missing one color of deco mesh, which means now I got to run to storage and get that. I just feel like all we do is run. It feels like every time we get ready to do a project, it's like, well, stop. Well, now we got to go grab this. Um, who else is in the house? What else is going on? Susan's here. Thanks for joining. Susan just got home from dinner, Katrina says, and a trip to the grocery store. Brian says, a tour, please. You will absolutely get a tour when we get there. Susan says, machine sewing until tomorrow. The sewing machine needles I ordered are now running late. It drives me nuts with Amazon anymore. I don't know where you got them, but Amazon's gotten so they're the worst. They wrote me in thinking I can get something the next day, and then 5 days later I'm still waiting on it. I'm like, guys, that's not cool. Jackie says I'm working on the granddaughter's bedroom in my house. Mattresses sheets come this week. That's exciting. All right. So what am I working on? Oh, so I want to talk to you all about a couple of things tonight. A couple of weeks from now, I have Danielle coming on. Um, and so we are doing a live together the week after Labor Day. So I'll be on her channel Saturday. She'll be here on Sunday with me. We're working on Halloween projects. And I know you all will find this hard to believe, but as I was rearranging, moving stuff and reorganizing it, I may have found like two really cool Halloween projects that I bought. I have no idea when. Didn't even remember I had those. But anyways, um, I am working on those. It's what I plan to work on with Danielle. So we are doing Halloween together. It'll be spooky. It'll be fun. She's always a hoot, and so we will have a good time together as we always do. Jordy says she's the only one that knows where the Tula is. Amen. And that's staying hid, secret, and locked down. Just so you know, I love my Tula. Trina said I started putting things back in there yesterday. Yes, I tell you what, I'm so anxious just to get everything where it needs to be, but I'm at Home Depot's mercy, the Long Armor's mercy. It's like you, it's a lot of hurry up and wait, and so that's not fun for me because I'm not known for having the most patience. I know that probably surprises some of you all. Oh, she said she ordered from Oregon. I don't know. I'm using Schmetz. Interesting enough, I don't know why, but ever since I've started quilting sewing, I've always used Schmetz, which is interesting because when I owned the embroidery business and we had the commercial business and running all those machines, I only used Oregon needles. So it's interesting how I never went back there, but you just never know. Susan said it's what her Juki likes. Yeah, I've not had, and I so agree with you. I think every machine has its own personality, and every machine knows what it likes. Jake happens to like the Schmetz. He runs really well on them. I very seldom. I think I've had one needle break. I probably don't change my needles as often as I should, which is interesting. So, how often do you all change needles out? Zaza says, yeah, I'm terrible finding things that you forgot you bought. I tell you what, I've got 9 tubs loaded with quilt kits. Some of those are going to end up being put on the Etsy store, and then others are going to get sorted out so I get to them faster rather than later. But right now, I've got one, two, three, four, five, 6, 7. I have about 15 projects that are cut and just waiting at some point, some stage for me to do something with. I don't know. I think I need Ritalin or something to help drive some focus for me. Alex says I probably have a safe room for my Tula. I do love my Tula, and I've got more Tula coming. Her grayscale collection and all that comes out in October, so I cannot wait. I actually pre-ordered it and then felt like I didn't get enough, so I went back and did another pre-order. So we will be doing lots of Tula after Christmas for sure. Um, Brian says, I suffer from instant gratification. When the money leaves my account, I want the product in my hand. I firmly, totally agree with you. Interesting enough, I ordered a new filing cabinet to keep patterns in because we've been moving and I've been trying to organize stuff. I had no idea, guys, how many patterns I have. I know what I have when it comes to Villa Rosa because I have a full binder, and you can't see it, but I actually have a door full of Villa Rosa patterns because we bought the pockets and all that I can slide them in. So that's why we end up giving Villa Rosa patterns away because I buy them by the case, I think. But anyways, I knew how many Villa Rosa I had. I had no idea how many others that I've picked up and collected over the last couple of years. It's um, it's just crazy. In fact, I found this as I was organizing, and I bought this. It was $8. It says it was 8.50. I doubt I paid that for it because I don't usually pay full price for anything. But it's called the Wowie Zowie Flip Pillow, and I really want to get into making some of my own pillows and that. And I found this. I have no idea what store I found it in, when I found it, where I found it. Um, but anyways, it wasn't too long ago. I was saying I really need to buy a pillow pattern. So what I need to do is organize my pillow patterns or all my patterns better, so I know what I have. So I'm not running around looking for things. So we will see how that gets there. Oh, Zaza says she got her prize yesterday, and she liked the note. Zaza, we appreciate you and everything you do to help support our channels. Oh, Susan said she used Schmetz on her Viking, but not on the Juke. For some reason, the Juki doesn't like it. I know, it's just crazy. Yeah, Alex thinks I will send her some free Tula. Right? No, I am collecting that. I am going to my grave with my Tula. Interesting enough, Tula had apparently like a sewing machine type pattern a few years ago. And one of the Tula groups I belong to was talking about it because somebody was looking for that certain pattern and a certain color and all that. And apparently it's on eBay, but it's on eBay at $100 a yard. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. Well, Judy says she changes needles once a month. Nice to know. I change it when I think about it. It's interesting. When I took the long arm class from Marie, she told me she changes the needles when the needles break. I know someone else that does long arming, and they do long arming for customers. So they put a new needle on every quilt, which to me that makes sense. We changed the needle tonight. We being my partner changed the needle as he was setting up the long arm. But it's a collective we, right? Um, but because it was going to be a gift, we wanted to start with a fresh needle. Um, but we'd probably quilted 3 or 4. But because I thought it was strange when somebody says, "Well, I only change it when it breaks," and I'm like, "Yeah, needles get dull. Of course, it's the first time they punch, they're dull, right? I mean, but it's still, I think after 3 or 4 quilts, you need to be changing it out, especially with you're using scrim on your batting and that kind of stuff. Inez says I need to retire. I so agree. I bought Mega Millions, Powerball, and the Arizona Lottery this weekend. Won nothing. Now last weekend I did win $50, so the $50 was nice and helped pay for this weekend. But at the same time, it needed a few more zeros behind it. And if we can find some more zeros, guys, they'd be shocked how quickly I would retire. Zaza says, my machine guy says regularly changing needles is the best thing to pressure preserve. Sorry, I didn't put my glasses on. Preserve your machine. Blunt needles make it work harder. I think that makes sense. So I really would like to get into changing, at least changing the needle every weekend, because I do enough sewing through, on and off throughout the week and that. And I do think it helps with your piecing. Sorry. Just realized that I had changed my stitch length and I knew I'd forget to change it back. Um, yeah. Mama Jan wants to know when I have spare time. I just like to be busy. I can't help it. I was raised that way. Mm-mm. All right, what else? So I do want to make pillows. Oh, Brian says he loves making pillows. Um, Alex says I didn't say Tula. I knew better than that. So true. Yeah, Jackie's using Schmitz as well, but my Genomes don't like them. See, only Genome. It's just so funny what machines do and don't like. Yeah, Brian says he changes it depending on what he's working on and how big the project is. No, I don't think anyone won any of the lotteries because our state lottery is up to like 3.5 million, which is big for Arizona. It hardly ever gets past like 1.8, 1.9. So, and the drawing's again tomorrow, so there's still hope. I'll already be in the office and have worked Monday, but it's still okay. I'll take it when I get it. Jackie says I change it after every quilt, cheaper than fixing the timing on the machine. I think that makes sense. And after I just did, I probably needed to change the needle tonight because I just did all that binding on that pretty big quilt. So it probably would have made sense to have done it then. Russ says he's definitely, or Melissa says she's definitely overdue for needle changes. See, that's not just me, guys. Come on. All right, let's see. I think I'm caught up. Oh, so what else? Oh, so I started paper piecing tonight. I got my first one put together. And of course, I had to find this is going together with fat quarters. And I found this fat quarter, and it is got it had the craziest fabrics in it that I have no idea when I bought it, where I bought it, how, and but anyways, the pattern looked really cool, like it would handle some wild and crazy stuff. So these are the three fat quarters I'm using to do this one. It's meant to be a beginner starter for us that have no idea what we're doing when it comes to paper piecing, because I have too much paper piecing stuff I want to do. And I want to show you. And now, of course, I don't have it. Oh, yeah, I do. I thought I brought it in here. So Danielle's going to be on in a couple of weeks. Right behind Danielle, I've got Tasha scheduled. And then later in September, I have Cole scheduled from Cole's Quilts. And I meant to put his link down below as well. And I don't know if I did. So I will try to be good and look those up tonight because I definitely want to get Alex on there. I think I did get Tasha on there, but I will try to get those done and try to get them in Nightbot as well, so Nightbot can help. But anyways, Cole is a really cool guy. He designs some absolutely gorgeous quilts, but he does mostly paper piecing. I'm actually taking his lessons on paper piecing and trying to figure out how to do it. But if you go over to Cole's Quilts, on his YouTube channel. I think it's colesquilts.com is his website. You go over to the website, he's got a Facebook page that's very active in that. He's doing this Christmas tree foundation paper piecing. I just love this. He's got a mid-century house that he did that very much looks like Frank Lloyd Wright. And then he did what he called a kaleidoscope, which is the absolute coolest owl that I've ever seen. But he does not consider that. He considers this to be beginner advanced beginner for paper piecing. The kaleidoscope one, I think he does consider more intermediate or advanced, which is fine. He gave both those patterns away, guys. So if you're interested, you need to go over, show him some appreciation, download this pattern. If you want to do it, it's free to do. He's doing it right now on Facebook. And so he's posting and all that. You have to join the Facebook group. It is a private group. But I think he keeps it private just to keep the spammers out. But like I said, he'll be on the channel around September. I'm going to say around the 21st. I can't remember. But I am very anxious to talk with him. His channel is still pretty small compared to the skill set and that you look at. I was really surprised. But I think he's such a great personality, great instructor. So we are becoming fast friends as well. But what's nice about this Christmas tree pattern is you don't really notice it, but there are several blocks that you use and repeat. So the first block that we're working on this week is 6 of them. You do 6 exactly the same, and then but they show up different spots of the grid. So I think that's going to be cool. It is a lot of color combinations in that, and that's one of the reasons I hadn't got started is because I do need to go pull the fabric and make sure I've got the fabrics and all that I want to do. But if you go over to colesquilts.com, grab the pattern. It's a free pattern, and absolutely, um, I just think he does amazing things. Joyce says Cole is amazing. He is. He is absolutely. Oh, Alex is working on 2 of his quilts right now. You go, girl. I haven't. I'm trying to work through just the training for the paper piecing, so we'll see how that goes. Jody says I'm subscribed to him. Jody, you're everywhere, all over the YouTube channel. I see you popping in all kinds of places. Zaza says his quilts are fabulous. I'm downloading that tree. It's on week 2. Yes, I knew it was on week 2. Then he has the dinosaur coming out of the egg is really gorgeous. It is, and he meant for that to be more. So he's got this baby dinosaur that's popping out of an egg, and he meant for it to be like a kid's quilt. But again, it's amazing. Oh, Alex says she's already shared the patterns and that. Good deal. We definitely need to help encourage people like that. And the fact that he does that type of work is just willing to give it away right now is just amazing to me. Oh, maybe it's a dragon. It may be a baby dragon. Um, hey, there's Tasha. Thanks for joining this afternoon. I think the name of his channel is Cole's Quilts. Let me see if I can find it real quick for you. And I'll drop it in the chat, and I'll drop Alex's in there too. Yeah, there's Cole's Quilts. There's his channel. For you to take a look at. Like I said, it's really just amazing that he is willing to give that away, and definitely go over and grab that pattern. And Alex has her channel. Let me drop that in the chat as well for you, and then I'll make sure to get Nightbot updated so we can do that. So I don't have to stop and do that. It's just so crazy. Yep. If you all chat or get with him, please let him know that John over at Guys Craft 2 pushed you his way. Like I said, we're becoming fast friends. He's a good guy, so I definitely want to see him be able to succeed with his channel and do some growth. But there's so many of us, that are doing such neat things, and there's just so much going on right now, and it's just hard to believe. Like now, we're getting ready for the holidays, and we got to figure out what's next with that. And it's like, oh my gosh, guys, it's just never ending. So I did like the way he put his lessons together. I ended up paying to take his lessons because I thought it was worth it for me to get a good start into the world of paper piecing. And I have bought, because of Danielle, several. I have one that's got a ton of Halloween gnomes for paper piecing, but I have not been able to get to it because I just haven't taken the time to learn paper piecing. But I really kind of thought I would like it because I get frustrated with some of the precision work in that on other things. And I thought, you know what? Doing the paper piecing may be more up my alley. And so that's what I decided to do. So, but again, like I said, I picked some wild and crazy fabrics. If there was like 10 of these that were in a pack, and believe it or not, these are some of the calm colors and that was in that pack. So I have no idea when I bought that, where I bought it, how much I paid for it, and how long I've had it. But that's the fun of having a stash, right? I got a wild hair this afternoon and decided, oh, you know what? Let's stop and just start paper piecing in the middle of everything else you have going on, because you don't have enough going on in life. Let's just make sure we add more to it. And so I did, and therefore I needed. Most of our quilt stores, we do have one quilt store that is open on Sunday, and I will go there sometimes on Sunday. Usually Sunday's the only time I go. But it's not my favorite just because they never run sales, or they run sales so infrequently. And I get, small business, and we want to support our small businesses and that, but I've got the other local shops around here that are just a little bit more competitive. But I will run out there on Sunday if I forgot something or need something, and I can't wait. Because, like Brian, I do like having it in hand. I do like purchasing what I need and then uh, having it. So that makes it nice. All right. All right. So if you don't think this is going to be a loud and crazy um, quilt when it's done, it's only meant to be like a 15-inch block when it gets completely done, because this was really designed to teach you an introductory to paper piecing. And so that's been interesting, just getting that piece started. So we'll see how we do. Hey, Sally, welcome in. Thanks for being here this afternoon. Happy Sunday to you. Susan says the year is flying by. Guys, I have no idea where the years went. It has absolutely been crazy this year. Um, Jackie says it's easy once you get the hang of it. My problem is the precision work, right? The half square triangles and some of that stuff. I think that's why I like Villa Rosa, right? Because it's bigger. I can't imagine people that are doing half square triangles with 1-inch blocks and that. That's just, I don't know that I'll ever get to that. I just don't think it's in my forte. But I guess what I like is it appears to me that I could get some of that precision work in that through paper piecing. And I remember, I think when I first started a few years ago, Ian was one of the first channels that I found. And I think at the time, Ian was doing a lot of paper piecing. because I remember him doing paper piecing. I just can't remember at what point I saw him do it. Oh, Joyce says she wants to give collage quilting a try. See, there's so many techniques and methods out there. It's just crazy, right? Hey, Stitcher, welcome in. Thanks for being here this afternoon. Zasa says, definitely fun, bright fabrics, John. Yeah, I just grabbed, I have no idea what I would have ever used those on anything else. So I thought, you know what? Let's just do something wild and crazy with this one. Oh, she says she watched Teresa Louise do it. I have to, I watch her channel. She is the most calming person. I don't know what it is about her voice and that, but I really do like watching her. I don't think I've ever called her live. I don't even know if she does lives, but I have watched a lot of her techniques in that. She's got such a good presence about her that I never even thought about looking at her for paper piecing. See, Jordy says yes, calm and patient. Yeah, yeah. Oh, so legit kits must be all paper piecing. That's probably why I never ordered a legit kit. Plus, they just look so complex and so big. I just don't know. Um, if the right legit kit came out, I would probably grab it in a heartbeat. Interesting. I almost purchased a. I almost bought the Peter Pan from Art East, but I don't want to do all the cutting that Art East requires. And so I ended up talking myself out of it because I was like, I don't want to spend hundreds of dollars to have yet one more thing sit on a shelf that Joy goes, see, look what else he's added to the collection. Um, I'm really trying to buy stuff that I want to do now versus just having it sit. I've got I got 8 quilt kits sitting right here that I need to do something with. It's just I just shop faster than I can quilt, unfortunately. Well, Jackie says I use a lot of Sew Emma triangle papers, especially for the tiny triangles. I'll have to look then. I'll have to see, look and see what Sew Emma is. Oh, they said Teresa Louise does do lives. I've just never happened to catch her. I tell you, you know, it's. I feel like sometimes I bounce all around. I did watch part of Matthew mixed domestic this Saturday, only to realize I needed to be over in Russ's channel and catching part of him. Yeah, so it's like it's so funny. And I started with oh, I don't even remember who I started with that morning. Melissa says I made the jump into Peter Pan. So I wonder which one you bought because to me the only Peter Pan one is the nighttime Peter Pan. That's the one I was going to get. The daylight one just didn't jump at me as well. But John from Artie seems like such a great guy in that. I'd like to do one. I'm just not there yet. Ryan says, I had a project that had tiny square triangles and had to stop and add it to my UFO. One day when my skills grow, I will revisit it. Yep, I totally feel you. I did the block of the month with a different group and I really loved it because it was all seasonal. So January had snowflakes, February had hearts, they had shamrocks, but it ended up being a lot of 1 inch, 1.5 inch pieces, blocks. And it was like, yeah. I ended up, I tried to do January only to realize I really didn't cut the pieces correctly. And then I had taken it to Quilt Club where one of my friends ended up taking it away from me because I wasn't doing it right. They took it home and tore it all apart and fixed it and brought it back to me. And it's still hanging in the baggie on the wall. So it's like, yeah, it um, just didn't turn me on. The pattern did, but not the work that was going to be needed to do some of that intricate work. Zaza says, I don't like the legs and feet on the people. I hear you. Oh, Melissa says she's going to do it with Danielle. That'll be fun. That'll be kind of cool. I have to keep a watch out for legit kits and see. Joy, you don't have to fear. Believe me, nothing has disappeared yet. I have stuff still stored all over the house. If you all could see the new studio and how much chaos there is in there right now, I realized I've just put a bunch of fabric on the Etsy store, and that's been selling pretty well actually. But moving, I had to move 28 bolts of fabric, and I'm like, how did I get to 28 bolts of fabric so fast, so quick? It's just crazy. Oh, Melissa says she got the dusk. I love the dusk. That's what really was selling me on doing one. Um, I just didn't like the dawn. And then, interesting enough, I asked my partner, which one would you get? And he goes, oh, it'd have to be the dawn. And I'm like, okay, really? So I think that's why I ended up not getting either one because I was like, we can't even agree which one we want. Joyce says, I would love to do it, but it is not in my budget. I don't disagree with you. I mean, you can buy the pattern, right? So then you can do your own, pick your own fabrics and all that and get to it eventually. But just have more, I just already have, um, like I said earlier, right? Too many patterns sitting around. I don't need more. Zaza says, my sewing room is like something from Hoarders SOS. Yeah, that's what worries me. If somebody came in my house right now, I am very OCD in a lot of ways. I've got to have everything. I've got to have the room set up, this done, all of that, or I can't sit down and craft. It's just too much on my mind at one time. And if you could see how we're living in this house right now and probably going to be for the next month, I mean, I've got a robotic uh, vacuum mop, right? So we call her Rosie, and she mops and vacuums the floor. I do that 3 and 4 times a week because I just can't stand not having clean floors. And right now, Rosie's getting a big rest because I can't. There's not enough floor space for her to even try to do anything. So I don't know. That's just crazy in itself. Joey says my sewing room is organized chaos. I get that. Um, yeah, we all function differently. For me, I got to have everything lined up just perfect. So look what I found as I was moving everything around. I bought this last year as a panel, and it is designed to be. Look how cute this is as a kid's apron. And so I thought my two grandkids in Virginia would get a big kick out of this because they love to help mom um, make cookies and all that kind of stuff. Completely forgot that I had it. So the good news is it's still August. So there is still time for me to actually get this done and make that part of their pre Christmas box that I send in November. So, and I did buy two of them. So I need to get that cut out to get that over to them so they'll have something to wear to work on. But again, it's just so crazy. It's like, okay, so now I want to work on that, but I still have hot pads over there to work on. I still have that to work on. Like, it all comes together at some point. So let me grab. I know I brought a project over here that I could work on tonight while we were talking. Oh, I put it back here. So I am still trying to find the time to work on this quilt, or yes, that quilt top, because I am doing that for one of my neighbors. Is such a sweetheart and so big into quilting, or not quilting, the garden. She's really helped us so much at the garden, and I thought, you know what? want to do something special for her. So I grabbed that so I could get that done. And yet I have yet to cut the first piece of it. Oh man, that one got bent. I don't think I'm gonna need it anyways. I need 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, all right. Um, so we will see how that turns out, but I thought that would give me a chance to work on it. I'm actually doing a 3-yard quilt, and I modified it, but I'm doing the one called Landslide, which is this purple one here. And I think that'll really be cute. I don't know how I'm going to, um, what I'm going to end up doing as far as the border yet, but I wanted to kind of get this started at least. So no idea when she'll end up receiving it. And I know I cut way more fabric than I needed to, but that was okay because it just happened to work out for me that night. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 different fabrics. Yes, yes. All right, so I'm going to need 3 of each to get that done. And I think that will be cool. This is one I waited on trying to find more vegetable type fabric, and I couldn't find it at any of our local stores. And even when I Googled and went online to try to find some, I couldn't find it there either. And I'm like, that just blew my mind away. So I'm doing half square triangles. I'm doing this baby blue, and then I'm matching it up with some other colors like this green. To me, really spoke gardening. It almost looks like little peppers or something. And I ended up with this orange because again, I couldn't find like carrots and stuff that I was hoping to find. This one reminds me of a gardening type fabric, even though I was hoping to find like tomatoes in that and didn't find that. And then I ended up going with a grunge just to kind of complete it out. But I was surprised, and I think taken back a little bit with how big some of the patterns are with 3-yard quilts. It's one that I hadn't worked on, haven't done some of theirs for a while, and I forgot that some of their patterns can be pretty large too. So that helps get them done right. I knew that needle was going to come unthreaded because that just happens. So I'm anxious for the holiday quilting bee. I will tell you, I am cheating on the Villa Rosa design because to make these stems, you have to go through several steps to get the stems done on those trees. I am not going to do that. I bought me Rick Rack, and I am using Rick Rack on mine because I think it'll look better. I like the idea that it'll be kind of 3-dimensional. And so that's what I'm doing on mine. And believe it or not, I actually I had all the fabric I needed, except I really did like this blue that they used in the pattern. So I did go to the store and buy a blue like that because I did not have that blue. And I just felt like that one needed that blue. But I had some really, really cool fat quarters to do to use for the leaves in that. So I was pretty psyched about that, and it cut out pretty quick. Actually, I think even if you cut it by hand, I think it would have cut out pretty quick. So I hope you've enjoyed some of the guests that have been on the channel. Shannon, I thought was a hoot. We had such a good time in that, and you can see we put some clips out on the Facebook page and different things of that hour together. So hopefully you found some things there to laugh about. She's got such a big personality in that, and it was fun to be with her. That's the first time I got to be live with her. So that is fun. Ingrid is usually bouncing around. She's a fun lady as well. I have told Alex we're going to have her on the channel sometime soon. I'm just trying to bounce between um, not having guests every week. And so I actually booked out September, October faster than I thought. So I need to get some dates to Alex so we can get together one Sunday afternoon. So I still definitely want to have her on. And, we've just been working on different things, right? I just got the men's retreat and all the 2026 retreats somewhat put together and announced. So we've decided what those will look like for next year. So we've got the New Year's Eve retreat that's hopefully selling out. We've just got 2 more reservations today. So hopefully we'll end up selling that out. I didn't realize people don't plan as far ahead as I do, but that's okay. We've got a men's retreat coming up in May, and I just got all of that posted on the website. Ray Steves from Three Dudes Quilting is here in Arizona, in Phoenix. He is an absolutely great instructor. And so he has a 2.5-inch strip class that he teaches, where he actually brings in the strips and that for you to work on. We're going to do that at the men's retreat. We're going to do a new design pattern that he is working on. He's decided that he's kind of gotten used to having AccuQuilt cut. Do some of the cutting. So he is actually designing and updating some of his patterns for AccuQuilt. So Ray will be on the channel in a few weeks, so you all can get to meet him. If you have not looked at his channel or looked at his website, he's got some really cool designs that him and his partners have worked on together. And that is Three Dudes Quilting. He doesn't really do a lot of YouTube stuff, but his patterns that are over at Three Dudes Quilting. So he will be the instructor for the men's retreat in May. And then for July, we are actually hosting what I call a Christmas in July event. So that will all be AccuQuilt. We'll supply the dies and all that. Have an instructor there to help you get through the different patterns. But we'll be working on the Christmas stocking from AccuQuilt. We'll be working on the tree skirt, and I think the oven mitt. There's a few things that we decided to put in there. So that's actually out and open now for registration, because I know some people also need to plan ahead, because um, if you think about travel and all that, we need time to get our money together, right? So that is out there. So I'm really hoping that the men's retreat goes over well. I'm hoping that we'll do the Christmas in July one. And then we have another one scheduled in September called Fall Frenzy. And so anxious, just put together the thoughts on what that's going to look like. So those are all the retreats that are open currently and going. And so again, that took some of my spare time to get that going as well. So I think this is going to be cool, guys. Look at this. So even though you've got the blue and the green together, right, for the half square triangles here, right? I think I kind of like that. But then when you match it with these blocks, I love this fabric. And I actually got this on clearance um, at the Christmas and July sale. I think that's going to really turn out and make a really cute quilt for someone that's really into gardening and that. So I am anxious to get this done. and going along with everything else, right? So, because I do want to stay busy, busy, busy. Where'd my mouse go? Jody says, yes, the guests are great. Stephen was a hoot as usual. I love his stories, right? Just never know what's going to come out of some of their mouths sometimes. I had a blast being with Ian. I would love to get Ian on my channel at some point, but we'll see. Like I said, I've got Danielle coming up. I got Tasha coming up, and I have Sean coming up. So we actually booked all the way out in October because I tell you what, people think I'm busy. Lord have mercy, Sean's got way too many irons in the fire. Yet he always manages to help support the new channels and help folks establish themselves. And so much respect for Sean. He is just amazing. Oh, Sally says she remembers Ray's shop when they had it in the Phoenix area. Yep, they had it for, I think he told me 9 years. And it's just a tough business. All right. So, you know what? I am coming up on the top of the hour. Let me get, I have four more quilt patterns to give away. So, what am I looking for? Nightbot. So let's go into Nightbot real quick and get that set up so we can give a few more patterns away. I will try to get those in the mail tomorrow. Um, you may or may not get them in time for the Labor Day sew along. Hopefully you do, but we will do our best. So if you go in the chat, do exclamation point fall, FALL. We will give away four more patterns tonight. If you've already got the falling pattern, you don't need to enter because you already have it, right? So if you don't have the falling pattern and you would like a copy, um, put exclamation point fall in the chat and let's see if we can get four more away and then um, we'll be getting there. Oh, Melissa says Sean just got his exchange students for the year. And again, right? So it's not like his wife doesn't do a lot of stuff, or that that he's already got enough things going on, and they already have their own children. It's like how amazing is that guy, right? I mean, that he deals with foreign exchange students. The fact that he's got such a ethnicity ethic, not ethic, anyways, because he's Australian, right? So he brings that um, to our country. He's helping support these other kids from another country. It's like he's just such an international guy, but yet just such a great guy and just so awesome, so nice. So it is just always fun to hear from Sean and see what's going on. All right, let's go in and do a quick drawing. If you win, my email is scrolling at the bottom. It's John, John, at GuysCraft2. Um, just send me an email with your address, and I will try to get those postal put together and get out tonight. Exclamation point fall, FALL, will get you registered. And let's see who our first one is. Melissa. So congrats to Melissa. So if you just send me an email, that will be awesome. All right, two more or three more. Candace. Congratulations, Candace. All right, two more. Joyce. Joyce. Congrats, Miss Joyce. All right. And let's see the last one. Arlie. I hope I said that right. Arlie. Cool name. Um, so all four of you are winners of the pattern tonight. If you will send me a email after the live tonight, I will get those out to you. It doesn't matter. Whenever you send me the email, it's fine. I will get those out to you um, for your use and for being here. I appreciate each and one of you guys for putting up with me and listening to me. Thanks for joining me this afternoon. Hope the rest of your Sunday goes well. I hope Monday is exciting and something to kick off for. And look forward to next week. Can't wait for us to be together. We'll be together twice next week. We have Sunday together, and then we'll have the holiday quilting bee on Monday. So hope to see all of you there. Tell your friends, neighbors, and anyone that would like to join us. We'll have a good time. I do have some giveaways and some other things going on. So we'll make it a fun time like we normally do. So guys, until next time, happy crafting.